Null Stern Hotel, well known for developing an inn out of a deserted nuclear bunker, has an enlargement venture referred to as Zero Real Estate. Located in the Swiss Alps, its rooms are unique. More unique, in fact, than many different rooms on this list. That's due to the fact the 7 rooms at Zero Real Estate have no partitions or ceilings. They are beds with nightstands that relax on easy flooring, and that is it. That sounds like the largest rip-off in the world till you see the place the rooms are located. The 7 rooms are scattered throughout the Swiss Alps, and all have breathtaking views of their surroundings due broadly speaking to now not having any constructions to get in the way. Snow-capped mountains and rolling, flowering hills are seen for miles on each and every side. This makes the Zero Real Estate rooms, in a way, the remaining way to lay out underneath the stars. Maybe the nice phase is that every room additionally has a full carrier from a butler, in this case, a neighborhood that treks up to the room and presents food, drinks, and nearby color. Weather permitting, these rooms would make for a very cool experience. Not a lot wants to be stated about Hotel Cassanus in Stekkeen, Belgium, as its identity says a lot already. The hotel, which started out as a massive sculpture, is one lengthy room formed like an anatomically correct rectum. On one cease of the constructing is an in a similar fashion accurate, puckered sphincter. The exterior of the Cassanus is red, lumpy, and veiny, and even though the indoors is white, it in any other case fits the smooth, natural surfaces of the outside. Yes, there is a working bathroom interior, the rectum, which conceptually makes the entire state of affairs a scatological Mobius strip. Helgas Folly is a lodge in Kandy, Sri Lanka, that payments itself as an anti-hotel, and they suggest it. The complete building, the exterior, frequent spaces, and all 17 rooms is blanketed head to toe with an eclectic mishmash of artwork from each and every attainable style, making the vicinity extra like an acid time out than a resort. Instead of the soothing shades and calm minimalism of typical hotels, the rooms in Helgas Folly are blanketed in sensory experiences. Each and every inch of each and every wall crammed with shade and information. There are mobiles, mirrors, sculptures, skeletons, tapestries, tile mosaics, plants, graffiti, murals, taxidermy, and 1,000 different distractions in each and every corner. If you're searching to continue to be in a 3D model of Ginsberg's Howl, this is the place. The Tree Hotel is placed in Ida Forsvagen in the Swedish Lappland. It is an untraditional motel made up of 7 impartial treehouses constructed in the course of woodland in the Lule River Valley. The treehouses are all one-room lodgings constructed around old-growth conifers and are raised off the floor through 4 to 6 meters, relying on the treehouse. Each of the 7 homes was once designed by means of a distinct Scandinavian architect, and it shows. Every one is exclusive from the last, and all of them are wild. Some, like the cabin and the dragonfly, are extraordinarily normal, with traditional, boxy exteriors and traditional shapes. Some are now not ordinary at all, like the UFO, which appears precisely like its namesake. The room is a large, chrome flying saucer propped up by quite a few timbers with an entrance ramp, extending down to the floor below. The internal is one huge circle, with tiny portholes searching out at the human world below. The Utter Inn is placed on and in Lake Mälaren in Västerås, Sweden. I say on and in due to the fact the whole motel is 2 rooms, one floating in the center of the lake and one connected at once below it. The resort is solely on hand by means of the boat, obviously, and looks, from the outside, like a device shed or barely outsized outhouse. A deck that doubles as a dock surround the building. Inside, the higher room has a trapdoor that leads down into the submerged room, whose home windows are portholes that provide views of the murky, yellow lake water around. It is some way one of the easiest locations on this listing and one of the strangest. Hotel Costa Verde in Quepos, Costa Rica, is one of many upscale accommodations that line the border of Manuel Antonio National Park. The park is small, however stunning and diverse, each geologically and biologically, making it a warm spot for ecotourists. Combined with the close-by seashore and gentrified motel district makes the entire location a tourism goldmine. Costa Verde stands out by way of supplying a special lodging experience. One of its rooms is placed inside an authentic refurbished Boeing 727 airplane. The aircraft is propped up on a ledge so that it overlooks the lovely coast and seems, at a glance, to be caught in the thick cover of the surrounding jungle. Oddly enough, the metallic planes indoors holds 2 bedrooms that are hyper-wooden. The walls, ceiling, floors, and fixtures are nearly totally made of uniform darkish wood. This makes for a cool distinction with the exterior, which appears like a set piece from Lost. Located alongside Highway 95 in Cottonwood, Idaho, the Dog Bark Park Inn is a 2-bedroom mattress and breakfast with a strange design. The total constructing is fashioned like a large beagle, who has received the name, Sweet Willie. The proprietors refer to its diagram fashion as barkitecture. Inside the beagle are 2 rooms reachable for rent, although the motel is without end booked months or years in advance. Both its rooms are chock full of canines memorabilia, along with a slew of dog-shaped wood carvings made via one of the inn's proprietors, Dennis Sullivan. Dogs additionally cowl the pillows, headboards, wall art, shelves, rugs, and more. I checked, and yes, they do enable cats. The Fantasyland Hotel is positioned inside the widespread West Edmonton Mall in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The mall is the greatest in North America and boasts a mind-blowing wide variety of non-shopping related attractions, such as the world's second-largest indoor water park. The Fantasyland Hotel meets the expectations of its epic region with a collection of difficult theme rooms, especially excessive manufacturing value. These encompass historical Roman, historical Western, pirate, and tropical Polynesian-themed rooms, amongst others. Possibly the coolest of them all is the area room. The house room is modeled after the indoors of a sci-fi spaceship, with cosmic paint throughout, a porthole out into space, neon LED lighting, buttons and dials everywhere, and more. The coolest characteristic is the bunk beds, which legitimately seem to be like snoozing pods aboard a futuristic star cruiser. On the lesser hand, the complete scene ought to seem to be tacky. However, Fantasyland did its job and made a room that appears real and fun. Giraffe Manor is placed in Nairobi, Kenya, on a large plot of personal land that is used as a sanctuary for African wildlife. The construction itself appears like traditional colonizer opulence, as indeed, it used to be, a multi-storied mansion in stark distinction to the jungle and plains surrounding it. But the manor has a greater calling than its antiquated fellows. It now functions as a breeding, rehabilitation software for a populace of endangered Rothschild's giraffes, and is a lodge. The place friends can mingle freely with the massive mammals. The giraffes are regulars around, and even in, the hotel. Like any animals, they go to the place the meals are. And the manor feeds them well. Windows are strategically positioned around the building's exterior to permit the giraffes to dip their heads in for treats and the occasional pet. The manor's authentic rooms are exquisite, however, the actual draw is the acclimated, pleasant giraffes that pop by using to greet you as you dine or relax. Kaxlortanen Arctic Resort is placed in Finland's Lappland region, the coldest, northernmost vicinity in the country. Its iconic and plentiful snowfields and pine forests have helped make the vicinity an international mecca for Christmas enthusiasts. Many nearby corporations have adopted Christmas subject matters and occasions into their seasonal commercial enterprise models. In short, it's near as shut to the North Pole as you can get. Metaphorically, and really literally, there's now not an awful lot of civilization above that latitude. Kaxlortanen performs closely into this thinking and affords a large variety of wintertime things to do and Arctic-themed accommodations. The most well-known of all its sites are the glass igloos. In a discipline all their own, amidst snow-covered pine trees, rows of igloos lie, every their very own freestanding structure. The igloos are all one room. And everyone has a complete dome made of glass. This makes for some of the coziest sky watching on the planet, and in particular, presents a brilliant view of the northern lights. Not to be a one-trick pony, Kaxlortanen additionally presents snow igloos, log cabins, and cabin igloo hybrids amongst others.